Okay, guys, today we're going to talk about the food police. Now, those of you, now I'm actually getting comments that my videos are too short. But here's the thing, if they're too long, they're really hard to listen and track because you're going to lose some of the points. So just like a public speaker, you want to keep it under 10 minutes. And the first thing you say and the last thing you say, and then somewhere in the middle is pretty good. But if you make it too long, people stop listening. It's hard to follow. There's too much information. So that's why I try and share just a little bit in a short amount of time. And also, my videos don't seem to load if I don't keep them shorter. I don't know why that is with my computer. It's a little older. And I suck with technology on my phone. And I'm getting better. I'm really proud that I've been figuring out thumbnails and stuff like that. I'm getting better. But it's a little harder for me. For Christmas, I'm actually hoping to get a new laptop of my own. That way I can do more graphic stuff and, keep everything on there so that I can make better videos for you guys. That's kind of my goal. Anyways, food police. We're going to discuss this. So in every lifestyle, I think we've noticed yeah, there are the food police, even in a ketogenic lifestyle or low carb. So here's the reason why I don't usually like big group. Be careful if you're going to join big group sites like low carb, high fat, because a lot of those people think inside a little box that they're like, these are the rules, this is what I follow, and if you don't fit what I believe is right, you're wrong. And they can't think outside the box. They can't think maybe for this person or, anything like that. Or I've seen people even make comments like, hey, fell off the bandwagon yesterday, but I'm getting back on. And they're like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Or that's not an excuse. And, they don't even I'm like, did you even read that conversation? She didn't make an excuse. She said she's getting back on it or she messed up a little bit. And they're like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You should always be prepared. Right, because that's how humans function day and night. We're perfect. So it's okay. And then I just feel really bad for that person. I'm like, man, they just put themselves on the line to say they're going to pick themselves back up. And you're putting them back down before they've even gotten back up. Let's give them a hand up first, come on. So, food police for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. You have to decide where you're at. Stop listening to the food police. Your story is important. Where you came from is important. Maybe you did drink diet soda every day. And, you lost weight or started and you worked yourself out. That's okay. It's okay. It's not perfect, and I don't think that we should be doing that. But if you're a person who came from drinking soda your whole life or thinking that was, good, or you're addicted to it, or just eating sugar all the time and you switched to diet soda because you were trying, that's okay. Nobody knows where you're going. If you're feeling like you're doing better than where you were at, that's okay. Just for example, yesterday, so I had my endoscopy and I was looped the heck out. So I didn't get to eat at all Monday. My procedure was supposed to be at 2. It didn't happen till 5:30. I didn't get out of there till 6:37. Then I went and had some pho because I was starving. And pho is Vietnamese food. So it was a bone broth, chicken, and vegetables. And it was delicious. And I barely ate it because I was going to throw up. And then I got home. And then yesterday I woke up and I didn't have any food prepped or anything. And I was still super loopy because they had to give me more meds, because I even remember in the middle of the procedure, I'm as I'm choking on the scope, they're like, oh God, we got to give her more. So it was that late at night. So when I woke up, I felt like I was drunk. I was like, oh my gosh, this is not worn off yet. And I went to work all day and I didn't eat all day because I felt weird and loopy and I didn't feel hungry. So when I got home, I was starving and there was nothing in the fridge and I couldn't really cook because I was still not functioning properly. So I ended up eating 2 pieces of cheesecake. And that was keto cheesecake. I made it myself. I don't like it as much. It's not the best recipe, so no, I'm not going to share that one. But yes, I am perfecting it, and then I'm going to share that, okay? But it was really good. A little bit more mushy than I would like for a keto cake, but it had no flour in it and no thickener, so like no cornstarch or anything like that. It was very moist, and it tasted really good. So yeah, but anyways, that was not something I would have intended to do. And I could have been like, oh, Chantel, that was so stupid. You binged. You shouldn't have had all that stuff. And you could have made something. And you could have. Yeah, I didn't though. But here's where I look at it differently. And this is what you need to do. Is that normally before when I would have done that, I would have gone to Wendy's probably or something. I'm saying just fast food in general. I probably would have got a burger and fries because I would have been starving. And that's always what sounds good when I'm starving. I don't know why. That's what I want. And I didn't do that. And then normally when I come home and you're drugged up like that, your brain is not functioning. So you're like, whatever, I don't care. And so to even choose to eat my keto cheesecake that I had made, which technically is almost like a fat bomb. It wasn't even that bad. It's, just dairy and sugar, but I would not have that much sugar, period. Or even like, I still think it's more of like, well, your body reads it as fake sugar, technically. So I wouldn't normally do that much sugar in a day. I don't think that's good for our stomachs. That's a lot of sugar still, period. So normally I wouldn't do that. I would not say that that was a good thing to do. But that's just what happened. And yes, I'm going to get people left and right probably saying, blah, 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 you shouldn't, blah, blah, or even that's fine. But the thing is, for me, that's better than what I have ever done in the past. And I still stayed keto even when I was out of it. And I am actually okay with that. Now, today, I said, oh my gosh, that can't happen again. So I'm already prepping and cooking food. But from where I started to now, this is an okay process. I am still, guys, I am still a work in progress. And I plan to be that way for the rest of my life because there's always something I can do to get better. And that's how you need to look at it. Don't look at what anybody's telling you, like, you shouldn't do that. You should do this. Take it with a grain of salt. Like, okay, that's a good point. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this all the time, but it's better than where I've come from. And I know where I'm working towards. So don't let anyone take your struggle from you. That's what makes you you. That's what's going to give hope to somebody else one day. Because somebody else is going to be struggling with pop or sugar-free pop. And they need your story. Or whatever it is, guys. It don't take that away from you. That's part of your journey. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not as good or that you don't have as good a story because you're not perfect. But I can guarantee you they're not perfect either. And if they're not telling you something, they're lying about something because we all mess up. May not be in their food, but I can tell you they mess up. So keep going. Do not let the police get to you. The food police are just, out there to make calls and make themselves better. It has nothing to do with you. You keep moving on and do what you need to do.